5 former ring boys who worked with WWE have filed a lawsuit against the company, its founder Vince McMahon, his wife Linda McMahon, and TKO Group Holdings, alleging negligence that allowed for systemic and pervasive abuse of underage children. The lawsuit was filed in Baltimore County Circuit Court, seeking a jury trial on behalf of 5 anonymous plaintiffs, known as John Does. The complaint alleges that McMahon and his wife were aware of decades of sexual assault occurring from the 1970s to the early 1990s, specifically involving former WWE ring crew chief Melvin Phillips Jr. The suit claims that Phillips hired underage boys, some as young as 12, to assist with WWE events and then groomed and sexually abused them. It alleges that Phillips' real motivation for recruiting these boys was to exploit them sexually. According to the lawsuit, McMahon knew of Phillips' peculiar and unnatural interest in young boys as early as the 1980s. Jessica Rosenberg, an attorney representing McMahon, characterizes the allegations as false claims that are rooted in reports by New York Post columnist Phil Mushnick from over 3 decades ago. Rosenberg stated that they would vigorously defend against these allegations, asserting that the claims are untrue and unfounded. The plaintiffs recounted multiple instances of sexual abuse at WWE events, claiming these incidents occurred in plain sight of both wrestlers and company executives. They alleged that Phillips took them to his hotel room where he filmed sexual encounters. The complaint contends that the McMahons failed to act on knowledge of the risks posed by employing Phillips, asserting that it was well known in the company that he had a troubling history. The lawsuit also notes that in 1992, Phillips and WWE were under federal investigation for inappropriate sexual relations with underage boys, which came to light after a former ring boy publicly spoke out. Although Phillips was fired, he was later rehired and instructed to stay away from children. This scandal was previously documented in the Netflix docuseries Mr. McMahon, which also highlighted allegations of sexual abuse against WWE employees Terry Garvin and Pat Patterson. Lawyers representing the plaintiffs indicated that there may be many more victims of abuse. They stated that the 5 individuals came forward after discovering the extent of the McMahons' knowledge of the abuse. Greg Gutzler of DeShello Levitt, the firm leading the litigation, expressed gratitude for the bravery of the plaintiffs and emphasized the opportunity to hold accountable those who allegedly enabled the rampant sexual abuse of young boys. He condemned the indifference shown by individuals who were aware of the abuse, yet did nothing to stop it. McMahon faces another lawsuit from a former WWE employee alleging his involvement in sex trafficking and sexual abuse. That case is currently on hold due to an ongoing investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice.